I just like the fantastic idea of being able to go backwards in time knowing what you know now. There's just something really incredible. Well, that must be an incredible feeling.
Is this something you just like to ponder, or do you think that there are actual time travelers?
I mean, I guess the rule is if time travel exists, then there are time travelers among us. So I think that's kind of the answer to it. If it does exist, then there are. But if it doesn't, then there probably aren't.
I wanted to do a thing about time travel because I know people are curious about it. Is it possible? If it is possible, then the time travelers are here. And they're blending in because you won't be able to tell the difference. You're like, oh, you look like a time traveler. It's like, it's not that easy. Oh, hey, time traveler, what's going on? Tell by that nose, you must travel through time a lot. That crazy nose you have. But I wrote a series of songs about time travel because it's just interesting. You know, time, imagine going back in time. Imagine how crazy that would be. Like to just go back in time. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'd just be like, oh my God, I'm not in the time I remember anymore. Oh, that hasn't happened yet. Whoa.
Sometimes time periods are, you know, people say, well, you romanticize, you know, time periods that have passed or time periods have yet to come. But the moment sometimes can feel not as fantastic, and yet in hindsight people think, oh, it would have been so great to live in 2013. Amazing, blah, 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 blah. You know, who knows? I would love to check out the kind of the golden age of Spain and its empire, when they were really interested in art and science. Like those were their kind of main motivators at a certain point. There was a period of time, I think, when humanity, like a good chunk of humanity, was in a pretty enlightened mode. In the 70s, like I just thought that was a really good period for popular music or even underground music. I thought that there was some really impactful movements that were being created.
Do I exist back in time? Should I find myself? Or do I displace myself because I've just exchanged with myself? Or do I do like a quantum leap thing, except for I don't become someone else, I just become me back then? But what if I go farther past me being born? Then what happens? Am I extra? Or have I never been born, so I disappear in the transfer? Or does it really matter because there's multiple timelines, so any possibility is possibility? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many questions. I don't know why I'm talking like a valley girl, but it's just, that's converted to New Age beliefs. It's like, I kind of sound like, I'm kind of concerned and compassionate, but still have a little bit of I'm from somewhere. And I might say, right on, sometimes, which is a big giveaway. Okay, so this one's for you guys.
It's like integrated, immersive simulation technology. That's very interesting because it still does the same thing as time travel. It's kind of the same thing. The experience, I think, can be the same. The idea that a machine could read your DNA and be able to somehow reconstitute the past based on the experiences of your ancestors, and you are able to go into a simulation of one of your ancestors and see through their eyes what reality was like back in time, back in the 1700s or the 1600s or the 1500s or 1400s, 1300s. Less amount of energy required to actually make it happen. You can actually create an immersive technology at some point in the near future, in the next 50 years. Much more feasible than creating such a large amount of energy required to actually go backwards into time to create a portal. It's sums of energy that we just don't have. There's no way we're going to be able to create it.
nights you could be spending on your own. So many nights you could be spending on your phone. So many nights you could be watching nights and things. So many nights you could be hanging with your friends. So many nights that you could see something go down. So many nights that you might feel like you're a clown. So many nights when you'll be doing just a little much. So many nights it makes you happy just to be alive. It's a rush. Ah, yes. When you know and you feel what you are. Yes,
What's the closest you've ever come to time traveling?
Once when I was in high school, probably my junior year, maybe junior summer, we were doing Freon gas. We were huffing it. We would take the can and we would pierce it with a nail, just a little bit, and then just throw it into a trash can. It would fill, or a trash bag, and it would fill up the trash bag. And then we would just take hits off of this trash bag. And this only happened for maybe like a month, and in that month we did it like 3 or 4 times, but it was like crazy addictive. I don't know what the fuck we were thinking, first of all. Very dangerous. It was like a day like today, like blue skies, nice weather, in his shitty tiny red Datsun truck, faded paint, red paint job, and we're like sitting in the front. He's in the driver's seat and I'm in the passenger seat, and I take a hit of Freon. And a night that I had done Freon out on the dirt road outside of Great Falls, I was listening to Ministry. Or no, it was Metallica again. It was Metallica. And that night replayed itself. But I could see it with my eyes open, overlaid over the top of the current reality. So I was hearing Metallica, I was seeing the black of the car at night with like the LEDs on and the instrument panel or whatever, and yet I could also see the daytime where I was, which was in the passenger seat of this really tiny, shitty pickup truck in a church college parking lot. And it was I could hear both things and see both things at the same time. That was so weird. It's like it was like a deja vu that you could see. So that was as close as I got, but it was pretty incredible. The app's called Video Time Machine. It's really, really, really awesome. Go to my birth year. Movies. Music. Yeah, so got like, you can see Fat Albert. It just kind of takes it in. That's cool to be able to see what it looked like.
The aggressive determination of hippies to start a new society has made its mark upon San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury. Part of the neighborhood is occupied by ordinary people, bewildered by what's going on. Part of it is occupied by a growing population of hippies.
want to be fucking bitty badass, you know? Good night, man. You too, brother. How's it going?
Cheers. It's fun as hell.
I had been writing jokes since I was 16 for a minimum of like 1 to 2 hours a day. And then when I was 17, I realized I could actually get up on stage. I didn't know you could do that young. And I started going to a cafe, but my parents had forbidden me from doing stand-up comedy, so I could really only go on the weekends, and I had to pretend that I was going to parties, which is really weird. Like I would say, for some reason I said luau once when my mom asked me where I was going, so I had to bring like Hawaiian flowers and like a Hawaiian shirt and change in and out of that. I don't know why I said that. I just got tired of the same lie, so I just said something